Oof.
It's clean.
Let's go down right here. Man, I think I woke up late here.
But did you take it?
Oh no, I just woke up. Like, I'm literally just looking at charts right now.
Yeah.
Like, these are solid.
I
These are
seen
clean.
it. I woke up. I checked my phone and I seen it. But like, I don't know, I'm not trying to take a trade like right away. You know.
Like, this is just.
You gotta give yourself some time.
Nah, man. There's no time, man. This is like, woo. I think cause like, I think what happened here was day counter here, kind of like, so like daily. I don't know. This could be a low being created. Who knows? But we didn't break the daily lows yet. 4 hours bearish though. 4 hour is at support. So it's currently at the support in 4 hour time frame. Let's see. Take a look here. 4 hours at
Still
support.
plenty of room for sells.
Yeah. Man, I'm so happy I woke up, man. Like, oh my god, I almost didn't wake up.
Why your alarm didn't go
My
off?
alarm didn't go off, but I woke up at 6:27. I was like, yo, what? Where's my alarm? So I just rushed to my bed, to my desk. We should be able to retest. We should be able to come back to the support here though. On this 30-minute candle, this looks pretty clean. It's like a 12 for like a nice 20-pip move here to come down. This is a very clean move here. But yeah, like 4 hours bearish, guys. I believe we're gonna pretty much like this support is gonna be tested again. But let's see how this support reacts here because this support needs to hold for us to continue up today. Because daily, this could be a low be created on the daily. Who knows, right? They didn't break the lows yet. We're at the support, so 4 hours heavy support. If this support breaks, I believe we're gonna come further down today. To like take a look left, probably down to this level if the support breaks. So kind of want to see what happens today. But the sells coming from like entries would have been like if I gone like right at 8:30, I would have entered a trade right here, man. Stops above here, 10 pip stops for the target down here. This is just so clean. It would have been a risk-free trade right now too.
Pretty textbook.
Yeah, pretty textbook. Versus the same trade we took yesterday, but just opposite. Because you guys will notice this, we're on like a little like downtrend here. And as price came down, price made a support, and then price made resistance. This is now your new range, right? The support to this resistance. Price shouldn't. This price made came down, but trades made resistance here. Price should easily be able to come down to the support. Just a little textbook play, you know. It's weird. Yeah. Hold on, my some days you can get a trade early, and some days you there's be no trade opportunities right away. But I think today was that day where it had like a little early opportunity. Morning, guys. Sorry I was late this morning, like a minute or two.
Goddamn.
Yeah, this is such
Bro,
a
I woke up, first thing I did was check my
play,
phone and I
man.
seen this and I was like, yo, that's so clean.
Why didn't you enter?
Because I don't like entering when I'm like right when I wake up, you know? It's just like I wanna be like ready.
Such a clean play, man. Such a clean play. Jeez. Yeah, this is such a clean play. If I didn't wake up late today, pretty sure I would enter this. So I'm just gonna chart here, which got so you're sending a chart here, and what does it show? DJ broke support. Yep, that's clean. I think your target could be right at the support here. Pretty clean. Yeah, it would have been 10 pips by now, probably. Yeah, it would have been 10 pips, bro. Wow. Unfortunately, wow, what a clean trade. But it's like a little move. If you break the support, probably come further down. But so I'm not as worried. I'm not worried, but okay, we're gonna get moves today, so don't even stress you guys. It's just a little mover. This is a bigger range you have here, anyways, down here. But this is like the exact trade that we talk about all the time, right? I think I made a video on this where follow the trend, wait for price to make support and resistance, and wait for price to make resistance and take all the way back down to test the lows again. It's like a perfect definition of the video. You know, just following the trend. Okay. This is now considered your new range. Let me say that. Then sells below here. That support breaks.
Morning, Don.
Morning, morning.
Do you think we'll be doing a retracement at all with that push move this morning?
Yep, maybe. I think you can get some short buys here, like little like short attempts for buys above this resistance.
Uh-huh.
I think coming up to like maybe, yeah, that retrace. If you do break this resistance, probably coming up to like, right, these levels here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's short buys up top. Probably looks pretty clean. You have like a little 17-bit range here, but it's gonna be a lot riskier. But we could get retraced because like if you take a look at the 4-hour time frame, technically we're still bullish. Like daily time frame is still bullish, right? Overall structure, we didn't break the lows yet. So like, and if you take a look at the 4-hour, this is like a pretty strong support. So at any given time, price could just reject off the support to continue up. So if you start to find support on a smaller time frame, you might be headed back up here. You know, so as like the higher time, like the 1 hour starts to close bullish as well, like it might lead to stronger confirmation that we could be headed up from this support. So, but like I want to see what happens here, because if this support does not hold, then yeah, buys are obviously gone. But yeah, the daily is bullish, 4 hours bearish, but pretty strong support.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So think of this as resistance breaks and get short buys in. I wouldn't leave a runner though, not yet. I'll leave a runner on buys if like we actually like come up and break structure, which is gonna be like above here or something, which I don't know if that will happen, but yep. So I'm gonna see what happens there.
Thanks for getting back to me as well. Yeah, I think looking forward to the new layouts of your course and everything.
Oh yeah, it's coming probably in January though. It's on like
Yeah.
I'm switching to like I think I'm gonna switch to like a website called Thinkific,
Yeah.
something like that. And it's pretty much like a course layout, more of a course layout. My website was not really a course. I used my Wix, the Wix.com just for the layout because it had nice designs, but it wasn't really a course layout. So I'm gonna probably switch to that. It's gonna have like your progress and all that, so it'll be much cooler.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks.
There's a bunch of yellow folder news today.
There is?
On like oh yeah, on like all the pairs. Shouldn't be anything too crazy though. One red folder on USD.
Alright. Alright, we should be fine, man. I think these cells tap the target, if I'm not mistaken. Came down, you know, pretty much tapped this like little support there. 1 hour still bullish, didn't break the lows yet. Current 1 hour is bearish, so we have like 12 minutes left for this candle close, so let's see what happens there. I hate waking up late, man. I haven't woke up late for a stream in a while, but man, this is like, it's not my routine. Take a look at gold here. Dun, 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 dun. So gold's kind of still stuck in this range where you have here on a 4 hour time frame. You guys take a look here on a 4 hour time frame. We're kind of still stuck in the range here. So, see, huge range though. This is like a nice like I think overall you have like a nice decent. See, decent like. You can say on a 1 hour, a decent 140 pip range, 150 pip range you have here on GJ. I mean on gold. So it's a tradable range obviously, but I think you can get some see, resistance has been created here. Daily is like daily is kind of still in the range here. Yesterday kind of closed bearish. Let's see. So we don't really know what direction we're gonna go yet for gold yet, but what we do know is that we have a range. So I'll say probably buys above this resistance. So probably buys above here. And probably sells below like this support, probably coming down to like this support down here. So we have on gold, but kind of in a tough area. It's kind of a tough rangy area. So I'll wait for this breakout, preferably to the upside. But let's see. Yeah, price sells below here, come down to like these support levels 1889. But yeah, preferably buys above this resistance though. Wait for like a breakout this high, especially a 1 hour breakout, because the 1 hour has been rejecting these levels multiple times here. So 1 hour breakout, we should be able to push up here on GJ, on gold actually. What do you think about support at 135, 295? Pretty much the same area I have here, right? Oh, 295 down here. This support is drawn like more of like the hourly time frame. Take a look at the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame has never closed below, so kind of drew it off that, as well as the 4 hour time frame. It's a pretty strong 4 hour support here. Yeah, what do you have last night? This move was like what? A nice 83 pip range you had here. Man, if you guys didn't check out that video yesterday on those buys, you could have got buys, man. Those are clean. this video here. 200 IQ play. Bad news, I'm done. Also went to work today. Now I have to see a live stream. Yeah, man. Just tell your boss to watch it with you. You're on your IG? Yeah, man. I gave, it was a live breakdown on the stream, but I gave a, this is like a, I just screen recorded it and I put it on my Instagram. It's right here. This is a trade we caught yesterday, and this is the breakdown for the buys, like after, later on when GG just flew up around 9, came up all the way up to there on the daily and closed bullish. You can get short-term buys on GG here as it comes back into range here. These aren't bad. What's US30 doing here? Let's take a look. Daily US30 bullish. 4 hours. It's that resistance right here. For trading US30, I think US30 is kind of on a daily resistance here. And small time frame is pretty rangy here too. So this could be an area where we could reject to come back down, but until we get some type of confirmation here at resistance, pretty risky selling. I think if you're looking at US30 here, you could maybe see. Pretty strong 4-hour resistance you have here. Your overall 4-hour range though is like this entire range. This is your overall 4-hour range here. US30 is tough here. I'll probably wait for like the 9 AM candle here to see how we close on the 4-hour here, because this is a pretty important 4-hour candle. Because if we close, because we're at a pretty strong resistance here, and if the 4-hour US30 candle closes bearish here at resistance, we're probably gonna head back down to the bottom of the range here, come down towards like these levels down here on the 4-hour. But if we close bullish above the resistance, we're probably gonna continue further up to maybe this resistance up here. So if you're looking at US30, I'll wait for the 9 AM. This one's the volume kicks in anyways, right? For US30. Probably very key. Daily candle has no bottom wick here, so I understand that any time when this candle could flip anytime. Because this, when it kind of opened up, what I did was it just came up, right? It came up right away when it opened up. Meaning this could be a high being created for price to continue down. So look for some type of small confirmation on a smaller time, which is a 4-hour probably, and we feel like some type of bearish confirmation here at resistance for us to continue coming down. If you get like a nice strong closure, probably something like this, you know, at resistance here, probably come back down the range, similar to this, and then at this support, let's see what happens there. But yeah, this is like the overall range here. What's up, man? What's going on? GJ pushing up here. Yeah, I think buys coming up to this resistance looks pretty clean. Small resistance level, but it's come back in the range here. One hour closed bullish. The last one closed bullish. Let's see how this one closes, because that would have been a low being created here. So We have 3 minutes left for this candle to close. Let's see. Very important closure here. Because we have to understand, after a huge move, or after any move in general, price has to find support at some direction. You know, and this is your next logical support level. It was this support down here, right? The 4-hour support, right? So price could have came, like, after it broke like this low pretty much. It was pretty much like clean traffic coming down to like these support levels down here. So now price is coming down here. But what price has to do now is find resistance, right? So we don't know where that's going to be yet. But looking at the charts here, most likely it's probably going to be at these levels here, or these levels up here. If that breaks, then probably this level. So we don't know where it's going to happen yet. But price, like, as price starts to close bullish on a smaller time frame, it can start to kind of like creep up a little bit. You know, maybe to come to this resistance. And then as you come to this resistance, we're going to need to find resistance at some point. Right? But we don't know where yet. It can be here, it can be here. Right? A bullish candle closure does not mean resistance has been formed. You know, we're going to need a bearish candle closure, somewhere at resistance. So maybe we come up like this to this resistance. And then we start to like kind of close bearish at resistance here. Then that will confirm to us that we have resistance has been found, and we can follow the downtrend coming back down to retest the lows. And GJ will continue to come down like this. Kind of creep back down to retest the lows, and eventually break it to come further down. Like this could be the case as well, right? So don't like get FOMO or anything. Looking at this, just understand that there's more moves to catch here, right? Because if price finds resistance, you can look for more sells coming down, right? But if we find resistance, if we break resistance, look for buys going back up, right? So I think it's a pretty easy day today. We know what we're waiting for. But this 1 hour kind of might close bearish at resistance here. We could continue to come down here on like the 30-15 minute.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna look for sells.
30-minute candle, yeah, it's pretty clean. Yeah, it's a strong support. Very strong support. But it's understand that even if that's strong support, there's still a chance of it continuing further down. There's never like, you know, that max level that price can tap and eventually tap back up, right? I want to see what happens here. But yeah, like daily is still bullish from yesterday's candle, like with overall structure. We didn't break the low yet, so this could be a low for price to go up. You don't know, right? We never know here. 4 hours unclosed, I don't know. 4 hours that strong support, so I kind of want to see what happens here. It's gonna be a very important forward candle, though. I must say that. So this is GVCAD on a 15-minute time frame, waiting for a break and retest to correct the move. Yeah, it could be possible. Probably wait for like support has been formed there, resistance has been formed right here. I'll probably wait for a break of the structure. I'll break at the structure, and I'll wait for support to be created here. So maybe like, you know, we come up above this resistance, and then we come back down to make support somewhere. You know, if the support holds, we should be able to continue up. Right, as you start to close this bullish again on a smaller time frame, coming back up, and then you can look for entries as we found a range now. Now that the range has been found, you know, resistance has been created, support has been created on a new range. After you get a bullish candle breakout, you look for buys going up to probably this target over here. You know, probably gonna be this resistance right here. Gotta worry about this resistance. So I'll probably take profit at these levels here and catch a move from probably this range coming up to that resistance, this range, as we break above that resistance after the range has been found, right? But yeah, entering buy limits here would be very risky, especially on a downtrend we have here. But those are the only buys I'll look for if this is the case in that range. Okay, how have we closed here today? The 1 hour just closed, and the 1 hour closed pretty bearish. I believe we should be able to continue down here. 15, 30, pretty bearish. Let's see. Are you entering, Sam?
Oh, I think 15 minutes just like very choppy.
I'm gonna look for sells here, guys. Enter a sell here as a 1 hour close bearish here. Stops gonna be about 12 pips and target's gonna be like right here, 17 pip range. As the 30-minute, as like the 1 hour has found out like a little resistance, I expect us to continue back down to retest these levels down here. So 30-minute close bearish as well. So now that we found resistance, I believe we're gonna continue down to maybe retest the lows here.
So it's like not really like a 1-to-1.
It's 16 for 12 pip stop loss.
I don't know. My target's 10 pips, like just at the.
Oh, that's
body
support.
of the- yeah.
Yeah, that as well. Pretty close half at 10 pips though.
Nice.
Oh man, fuck. That shit came down so quick.
Yo, delete that signal, bro.
Nah, they probably follow the stream. It's fine. Not like what, 1 pip. Coming down here. Getting down about 5 pips in profit. I think what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna move my stop loss. Actually, let's see. 15 minute, 30 minute. I think I'm gonna move my stop loss, guys, to this candle high here. So now I'm only risking about 2 pips on this trade, as we made a low here. Because this is the 1 hour low, right? 1 hour high being created. If this is a low being created, this is your new 1 hour high. So price shouldn't really break this high now if it wants to continue to drive down here. Down to current 1 hour high, only risking 2 pips now. 35 point. Yeah, guys. I'm moving my stop loss down here to this current. So the original stop loss is up here, but now I'm moving it down to this current candle high because this is a new low being created. Price shouldn't break this high if it wants to continue to drive down here. So I think, yeah. So let's see. Move stop loss down to current 1 hour high as price made a new 1 hour high.
Now, so if this 4 hour support breaks, man, it's gonna be beautiful sell. We're gonna break bullish structure in the 4 hour if we break this support.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty key area. You guys like me putting the steps here or no? Let me know, guys. Because if you guys don't like me putting the steps here, I'll just take it out. But I'll put it here just so you guys can understand what I'm trying to do. You know. I think we saved like what, 10 pips on the trade? You know, original stop loss is up here. Yeah, about 10 pips saved on this trade. So manage it as well as always, right? Manage it the way we would always want to manage our trades. $15 broke the lows though, Sam?
What?
15 broke the lows. I'm gonna say that. Like a bullish low. Like a minus 4. It's a very weak bullish low though, but yeah, like I don't know. The trade wasn't really based on the 15 though. It was like more based on like the 1 hour, 30-minute time frame. So I can't see what happens here. But we should be able to continue down here. That support. Or to fill a wick on that 1 hour and 30-minute. Yeah, sorry, couldn't type that signal quick enough. But hope you guys are following the streams. Yep. There we go. We see if you kept our original stop loss, that would have been a 10 pip stop loss there. But we move our stops down here to the current high, right? And we look at this whole move. Look what we just saved. This entire move there.
Bro,
So we
what the hell happened?
I don't know, but all I know is that we saved like 10 pips here in this trade. We lost like what 2 pips on the trade here. That's why we manage to trade the same way all the time, right, guys? That's why we manage to trade that way. So this right here is a win, right? Took the attempt, you know, as price made a high here, price made resistance, you know, and move our stops down to our current high. So only saved like 10 pips, lost 2 pips here. So pretty much didn't really lose much here. Money saved is money earned, right there, right?
What was
like,
that?
I don't know what that was, bro. I don't know what that was. That was a random. Yeah. But yeah, since we broke that resistance here, I think obviously the sells aren't valid anymore. But as we're breaking the 1 hour high, 30-minute highs there, we should be able to continue up here. This resistance over here. So go trades taken.
Gotta hit your TP in the next like 4 minutes.
We have 2 pips. Traders called at what? 7 a.m. 7. There you go. But yeah, see what I mean though? No matter like how good a trade looks, no matter what makes sense, you still gotta manage every trade the same way. Right? Like, because what would have happened was, if I didn't do this, right? Or even if I did do this, and we hit our, like we kind of came up to hit this, and we came back down after, there would have been people there that would have said, Don, why did you move your stops to entry so quick, or move your stops down so quick? Why don't you give it more room to breathe? Well, this is why, right? Because what happened was we hit our original stops.
Bro, you should have had your stops to the daily high.
Oh hell no,
Stops
bro.
are way too tight, bro. look at what it's doing now. It's about to hit your TP.
Daily high, 114 pips for 10 pips. I think that's a pretty good move, no? I think it's a pretty good move.
Called the inverse RR, bro. What you know about that? Man, what the hell is GJ doing?
Yeah, he's just kind of in his range area.
It's the same as holding a trade with 50 pips drawdown, and then we goes to 1 pip in profit. Okay, I'm making money. Let me take profit over here.
This trade had no drawdown and it just went up, you know? That was a clean trade though. Not gonna lie. It was a pretty clean trade. But it did not play out, right? Let's see. See how this 15 closes here. We close in like 3 minutes here. You can now consider this your new range, I guess. Did anyone else take it? Henrique, did you take it?
I took a sell earlier at the beginning of the stream, right? Right at the time when
Oh,
it was,
nice. The 30-minute?
yeah. It was 8 pips, and then I bank
Nice. Yep. We should be able to tap this resistance here.
Bro,
We broke that
what
high.
the-
We broke that resistance there, right there. Clean to go up here. Yo, even if you had a buy stop though on this scenario, I think it would have hit your stops. Cause I think what happened, it came back down,
Yeah,
right?
it
It
came
came up
down.
and it came back down to come back up here. So, I
No,
think
actually, I think if your stops current candle, it wouldn't have hit it.
really?
Yeah, I don't think it broke its own low.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't. Yeah.
I think stops were too big though in that for that play. I think like what 18 for like 15. Yeah. So we have now we are not coming up to. I think we're coming up towards like this resistance up here, like these levels at 136.047. So if that structure breaks though, we're probably gonna look to come up further. I think that's what's gonna happen here. Let's see.
Man, what the hell? What the heck?
Let me delete this resistance here. Pretty weak resistance. Yeah, we should be able to continue up here to this resistance, guys. And if this resistance
Actually, kind of
breaks,
blessed.
I think buy.
Damon's gonna flip.
Yeah, I think buys above because day kind of like I said. So I think my analysis from earlier is probably correct. So daily, like I said earlier, daily didn't break the lows yet, and 4 hours at strong support on a smaller time from here. And 4 hour, 1 hour, it looks like we rejected out that support. We could be head up for the rest of the day here. If the day continues bullish, right? So I think buys above here, and you're gonna have a nice move going up here to this resistance. I think these are the buys we're probably gonna look for. Probably gonna be above here. That's a pretty clean move, man. Yep. This will probably be a buy I'm looking for as we break into this range here. I think there's some move. I don't think there's a speech now. There's not a speech right now. Oh man, what a move.
Just on crack right now.
$62 pip move on a 5-minute candle.
What a move, man. Okay. So, yeah, I think my analysis is correct then. Let's see how this plays out, because if this structure breaks, then say goodbye. Say goodbye to the daily candle. Daily candles will continue up bullish today, right? Because daily candle, take a look at the daily candle. Never broke the lows. We closed above this resistance here. Look left. We have never closed above this resistance for the past couple weeks here, right? But this is the first candle that actually closed above. High chance we're going to continue up as long as we respect the daily low. Daily lows never got broken. Expect it to continue up to this. Maybe this, because I mentioned this target, as long as we respect the support here. So it looks like we're going to respect it to continue up today. So 137.600 could be your target. You look left on daily, you have clean traffic here. Just pretty clean. So let's see. We can probably catch more buys later on, but yeah, see what happens here. It'll be a great day. Breaking to the new range here, guys. Sitting on a sideline hurts us for the better. Sometimes, man, there's just no entries. You just sit down, you know. I think entries here, though. I think the only entry you could have had here was probably at the break of this high, as price form resistance here, because that would mean structure is breaking. Go up to this, right? I think those are probably the only opportunities you could have had here.
It would have been insane entries if you caught those.
I
It's like
think if I would have
65
attempted
pips.
this, stops would have been like 18. I don't know if I would have attempted it on here, but I would have got scared though, as you know, this kind of like broke the highs and came for it went and came all the way back down here. So I'm like, oh. But yeah, I would have probably played out, but I think those have been clean. Did it come back to break the lows? No, it didn't, right? Yeah, it didn't. It's pretty insane. Let's see what happened here, guys. Oh, right here. Yep, this is the news right here. Yep.
What was the news?
This right here. That right there is why GJ just shot up. That came in about 10 minutes ago.
Where can you find that on?
Go on the news on
Freaking-
Forex Factor.
Oh,
Yeah.
officials in London are clearly optimistic for a Brexit deal.
Yep.
Jeez. Red folder. Oh shit! So this is like a whole different like thing.
Yep.
Oh, nice. This is. I'm guessing this is like stuff that it's like random and like not planned.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just, like,
That's random stuff. Yeah. That's the random stuff. Gold to 635. Yeah.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on two separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra.
Yeah, this is pretty clean.
Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sound
Yeah, there's news now. Yep.
to achieve a new dimension
There was news here.
obtained in a monaural recording.
So, if you guys are kind of having FOMO right now, kind of know a lot of you guys having FOMO here. Don't have FOMO because I think what can happen here is price has to find a resistance at some point, right? Because if you take a look at like the, why is this so? Hold on. If you take a look at like the moves up a little bit. Okay, so if you take a look at like this GG here, we have gone up, right? We have obviously gone up, and at some point we gotta find resistance, right? We mentioned buys above here, obviously, but there's obviously no entries here for us to enter, unless you take a very aggressive entries here. But I believe as prices tapping resistance here, we have to find resistance at some point. We don't know where it's gonna be at. It could not even be here. Prices continue to go up, but once we find resistance, maybe get like some bearish closures here at resistance, we can look to come to make a low or to make a support, right? So then we can look for maybe price to come down to the support, maybe like this, right? And if this support holds here, because this is your support level, you can look for buys at these levels on like some bullish confirmation, you know, maybe something like this to go back up to retest the highs, and then I'll look for buys to go up, you know, and then look for buys to go up like this, kind of to retest the highs and eventually break it. But I think this is what you can wait for, right? It might not be here, but this structure will play out at some point of resistance. It could be at this resistance, it could be the next resistance. We don't know where it's going to be yet, but once you get that bearish candle, we can look for something like this to kind of form. Alright, so be very patient today. But yeah, I don't think the only buy opportunity you could have had today was probably above this resistance here. I think that was it. I think you have a pretty yeah, I think that was probably it. So pretty much the reason I took sells, guys, was pretty much as like kind of like price made a resistance on like, because the sells is like a short, pretty much like short-term sells here, right? Kind of just like as price kind of found resistance here, and price article is bearish. It took sells as price like right here to continue down to the support down here, right? That was my sells. But you know, as price made a high and came down, I kind of moved my stops to that high, so we only lost like 2 pips in that trade. But what happened after was our original stop was up here, right? And after the price broke the high, I think that was when buys were valid, because this is like a little range here. Think of it as your little range, and these bearish candles are your resistance, right? So as price broke the high, it was just a clean move to go up here. I think that was what happened here. But like it was just really short-term sells, kind of like just retest the lows. But my overall outlook for a day was kind of still bullish based off the daily time frame, right? Daily time frame has now flipped bullish here, so you could probably continue bullish for the rest of the day here. It's still early, so don't worry. But yeah, I believe we're headed towards 137 here, 630. 137, 630, or probably this 4-hour resistance right here at these levels. I'm gonna move though. Wow. Where's FX Samurai guys today? But what I could say is that this setup here could take quite some candles to form for us to take more buys here, because we need a resistance to form and we need support to form to go up, right? So that might take a couple candles here, but you know, it's all about being patient. That's fine. So never broke the lows. How do you stay patient? Because I understand that getting in now would not really do like, it's not a high probability trade to get in here for buys. I understand that with just experience and just a lot of backtest and just a lot of like past experience, I understand that just the overall structure of what price has to do here for us to continue up, right? And like I understand like the entries I'm looking for, so I wait for those entries. I rather enter a high probability trade than enter a low probability trade, because I have FOMO or because I have some type of emotion, right? It's kind of how you want to stay. It's like kind of how you stay patient. Because if you're not patient, you're probably gonna get screwed, right? Right, charts. But it takes a long time, man, to be patient. It takes quite some time. Like there'd be some days where I get a trade off the rip, like at 6:30. Like a day today, could have had a trade at 6:30, but I didn't. I didn't wake up in time. But some days we'll get those days. Some days we'll get like a day where you don't have a trade for like 3-4 hours. You know, it just depends. You know, but you just gotta be patient. You gotta wait for that setup, right? Because the worst thing you want to do is stare at the charts all day for 3 hours and have your mind tell you that you need to take a trade. You need to take a trade. You need to take a trade, because you feel like the longer you're looking at charts, the more trades you need to take, right? But that's not true, man. So once you kind of get out of your head and you wait for those high probability setups, that's when things will start to fall together, right? One second stream of Don Kahoot overleveraging that sell. Yeah, man, 100%. That's how it goes sometimes. Don't looking hella focused there, you know, cause I gotta stay focused here, you know. I'm trying to catch these buys back up. I'm moving the markets in my mind. That's what I'm doing right here. I want you guys to take a picture of this. All right. And then no, not yet. And then the buy's looking for is if you close some type of bullish support here to go up. All right. Take a picture of this. All right. Take a picture of this, and then yeah, take a screenshot of it. And I'll ask you guys to send me a picture later on after the streams. This could happen here, or it can happen up. Let's see. Next resistance is gonna be right here, right at these highs here. So it can happen here as well. But wherever it happens, just remember that. Just remember that scenario, right? Remember that scenario, because those are that's our next entries. Take a picture of it and wait for that to form. If you have any more questions about that, just let me know. But take a picture of it and understand that's the structure we're waiting for. Because price is always gonna do that. Alright? Always, always, always. So maybe, you know, it's at this resistance area. Now that this resistance is broke, right? We have no type of resistance being formed yet, right? Let's see. Yeah, maybe at this 4-hour resistance here. But I must say though, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Looking at this 4-hour time frame, you guys better hope that we have some type of entries here very soon, because if this resistance here breaks on the 4-hour time frame here, this 4-hour bearish candle, then say goodbye. Because what's gonna happen is we're gonna get a rocket ship. Because we have like a 4-hour resistance here that has been, you know, that's a resistance. But as resistance is formed off this bearish candle here, we are now kinda breaking that if you do break those highs. And if you break those highs, you have absolute clean traffic going up here, like 137. So, yeah. I'll put it out there. Once that 4-hour breaks, it should be flawless to go up. Morning. What's going on, man? Oh, 6 weeks now. I forgot to send you a Zoom link. All right. Where's everyone at today, though? Preferably, I would have wanted that type of range thing to be created here because it's much more clean, but here's fine as well. I mean, but this is a more tougher area here. Hey, Sam.
Yo.
Hey, Sam, you're gonna attempt buy stops on the 4-hour high with stops below current candle on 4-hour.
You already know, bro. That's one play.
That's a good play though, but the issue is like stops are way too big. But that's such a clean move, man. Such a clean move. For all you swing traders, you know.
Is it a 1-to-1?
Nah, I don't think it's 1-to-1. Actually, let's see. Target's gonna be like all the way up.
138.
Let's see. Nah, it's not, man. I mean, unless you force a resistance up here, but.
No, I think it is.
Because stops are.
Stops to break even at like 137.
Bro, that 1-hour entry is pretty clean, man. Down there. Oh man.
You just never anticipate like that happening, you know?
Cause like yeah, like that 1-hour resistance breaking is like kind of like your, if this were to happen type scenario, like, you know what I mean? Because we didn't really expect price to break that resistance, but once price did, it's like, oh yeah, then buys are valid right now as we break that resistance, that structure. At the time, like yeah, as price was going down bearish and we made a resistance, like expecting this to continue further down to kind of retest the lows, kind of.
That always happens. Or like price is moving like in a certain direction, and like it'll break like a 15-minute high.
Yeah.
which will be like, but like it'll be like a valid entry, but just like you're not thinking about it because price is just like moving bearish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow, what a move.
Man, it's looking like this 8 o'clock candle is gonna be man, this 8 o'clock candle is pretty wild.
Let's see. It's
Find it
before.
hard to believe it's just gonna break through all these zones. Sorry. Good morning. Good morning.
That's the first thing you're gonna say. Not even like, good morning. That's how you know. Miami Heat fans, you know.
No. I'm not a Heat fan. I just live here. I'm a Knicks fan.
You're a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've been through turmoil for the last 25 years. I've been crying since we gave Allen Houston a big contract. That's like before you were
The
born. Probably.
Knicks.
Those were way before I was born, man. Cause I had no idea.
No, I think Allen Houston was like 2000, early 2000s.
Houston was like 97, 96. They went to the finals with him. Him and
shit.
Ewing.
Yeah. Wait, Ewing? Oh yeah, Ewing played until like 2000 something.
Yeah. It was a short season. It was like a 50-game season. Yeah, look at gold. Man. I feel like it's doing a fake out to come back down.
Wait, hold on. If this 15-minute guys closes above the resistance here, you can get buy entries in on GJ. But by the way it's looking, I think we just broke the 4-hour highs. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna continue up from here. Looking at this as we break structure here, you know, we just broke the 4-hour highs. You should get like a rocket ship coming like anytime soon. So let's just hope, you know, we get like some type of entries in here. On a you know, within 10 minutes here. This candle doesn't go up too high here, but that could be the case as well. But the worst thing I want to do is enter and just, you know, not be comfortable, right? What do you say? Thing? Fake out on gold, something like that.
Yeah, look at gold.
I think it's gonna continue up here.
Oh.
Did you catch those sells earlier? Well, you tempted those sells on GJ?
Yeah,
Did you get all that 2 pips or what happened?
I got out at exactly 2 pips. Pip 1.9.
See you guys? You guys?
Yeah, but I was preparing for that move, and
I was preparing for the 6:30. I missed the 6:30 move today. On GJ. I woke up a little late.
6:30 move was clean.
Was the
Very clean.
prior cleanest
I
trade,
don't
yeah.
think it went 10 pips though, did it?
They did. It went like 14,
Oh, it
15
did.
pips.
Yeah.
6:30 move.
It's 2 days in a row. I'm gonna start waking up half hour early.
Nah, I just woke up late today. I woke up like at. I actually woke up late today, like 5:27. I mean 6:27.
I've just been adjusting my sleep so I get at least 7 hours. So I don't care if I go to bed at 2, I'm waking up at 9. I don't care.
In my opinion, when there's some important news, the technical analysis don't work. It's not that it doesn't work. Like, it's still there, right? But because obviously price is always gonna be driven by fundamentals at all times, no matter what case, what scenario, right? Technicals is never your first
15 in
option,
a row.
but the technicals is what's gonna help you to look for entries, you know, etc. Like this move right here, like these would have been buy stops here for GJ, right there, as we worked at 1 hour highs. And this is a move that you guys are probably familiar with, right? On a 1 hour time frame, you know, price made support, price made a resistance, 1 hour high here, been created at the bearish candle. That would have been a move to go up. That would have been clean. See how that followed along with technicals as well as the fundamentals, right? As we broke that structure, clean traffic coming up to this resistance. So it's there. Like fundamentals is there at all times, but technicals is there to kind of. It's still gonna be there as well. It's not that it's not there.
Let's hope this comes back and makes some kind of support at like 136, 560. Somewhere there.
Yeah, we're gonna probably rock a ship here, guys.
It's gonna run.
Expect the 4-hour high. The 4-hour highs broke. Expect like us to continue up here. This is just so clean. Yeah.
Insane. That's like 200 pips in less than an hour.
Yep. Like, for example, like the 4 high broke structure here. Like this is like more like tentacles, right? As we're breaking the highs here, but if follow along with the fundamentals as well. Like expect us to continue up here, and this is just kind of called off like tentacles, right? This is a clean move going up. So it's there. It's still there.
Come on, GJ, play nice. Don, call the market maker.
Nah, man, I can't control him today. It's all him. It's all him today. I can't today, man.
Drink a little too much milk or something.
He needs some milk.
Let's take a look here. Probably won't want to use newspaper since. Yeah, probably one. Nah, I think I've seen a bigger move than this. Because in March was crazier than this, man. Trust me, March was way crazier than this move here. March was like this move was like on like a 5-minute time frame in March. March was the craziest month.
Yeah, I know a few people that made annual salaries in March.
I think that was probably one of my biggest months. It's not my second biggest month. I had a better month in like I think June, but March is one of my top months as well. Daniel Savage is mad he caught all 10 pips. Hey, that's the issue. That's sometimes the issue though. Like like you do the same thing all the time. Like obviously he probably closed 10 pips because that's probably what he does. But like, and then you have scenarios like this where it's very volatile and you close up 10 pips, but you didn't expect a huge move to play out, right? And that's fine because even if I were to catch an entry like on a 1 hour high here as a broke structure, I would have probably got out at 10 pips or like around 20 pips here. I would have been fine with missing this entire move here. I would have been perfectly fine with watching this move play out after I got out here.
It wouldn't have let you get out at 10 pips. It would have gone up like 20 pips before you could even.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like even if like the move was so big, I still would have got out where I would have got out, and this resistance here was probably where I would have got out if I got the buys, and that would have been my target. I would have been perfectly happy with this right here. Perfectly happy. So you guys just getting used to that, you know. You gotta do whatever's consistent for you, and even if you have days like this where you have unexpected shit, you still gotta do what's consistent for you. Because the worst thing you want to do is chase this move now, right? Because you felt like you got out too early. Yo, whose background noise is that? It's going.
Talking about my birds?
I don't know what that is. It's like things clicking in the background or something. Oh, there you go. I don't know. I think it's just background noise or something. Okay, so if you get a closure above this resistance, I believe you can attempt buys. But the issue you have now is stops are way too big, right? Let's see. 0.5 pip stops. Tough. I missed a move? You missed a couple moves, man. You missed a couple moves, Epic Samurai.
We really missed no entry though. I mean, market moved, but it gave us no entry.
I think it's giving us entry right here.
I just woke up. I overslept.
Oh man, did everyone just oversleep today? What's going on?
I was watching the baseball game and it went to like 1:30, and then I started watching some Apple TV show, and then before you know it, I went to bed. It was like 3 o'clock. I overslept. I just woke up at 7:30.
Like, damn, how am I gonna explain this to the class?
Too late,
Shit.
teacher. I'll have a note. Sorry, guys.
Dog ate my homework.
You heard some clicking noise. I was typing and I was like, I'm on mute. I was on mute. I thought that was my.
No, that was my birds.
Oh, okay.
The time there.
Hey, them birds, man. You need to get them something. Keep them quiet in the morning.
From around 7:40 till around 8 o'clock, the 20-minute period where they just go crazy, and then they all leave. Like within 10 minutes, they'll all be gone.
So this move happened, but there's no entry.
I think you can get an entry right here if we close like low enough, but it looks like this counter will continue pushing up here. But yeah, there's no entries. I think the only entries could have had it was the 1 hour high as you broke structure. This right here.
Yeah.
Because you had like a range on a 30-minute, and as you broke that, we broke structure. I think stops the current candle to go up to this resistance. That was the only move possibly today. Entries they could have had. Like, it's giving us an entry now, but I think stops are way too big here. 30 pip stops, you know, like for like a 45 pip target, 40 pip target, but stops are way too big. And as you go off like the current candle, which is pretty aggressive, but with
5 minutes.
as volatile as it is, you expect it to kind of continue up, but it's just, yeah, it's tough here. Yeah, it closed way too above the resistance too, so yeah, the range is kind of filled already. Ooh.
I was about to take an entry off the 5 minute, but it didn't even make a bottom wick. It just shot up. So.
It's like no entries at all, man. No entries.
What's happening? Is it on news?
Yeah, the news are going on right now. It's Brexit.
How long are the news? How long is the news for? Because they could be doing this all day and then it's not.
Yeah, because like I'm looking at this, like daily just flipped bullish, and look left on the daily. I'm pretty confident we're continuing up here to this resistance here. This is just clean traffic, man. With the volume today too, we should expect like 137, 600. And this is the analysis I sent, I think yesterday as well on the Asian analysis. I said to 136, 700 if you just respect the lows, right? Because they never broke the lows. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna continue up today, man. Like, you're gonna have a lot of entries today, but it's just now it's like when am I gonna get the entry? You know.
I gotta redo my chart. Shit literally broke every zone I had drawn up.
All right. You have like a little resistance here on the hourly time frame. So I think wait for this range to break out probably. To get in buys. you can kind of form that thing here maybe. You know, reset to find resistance somewhere, and then you know look for price to make a support to go back up, but it's gonna be a very volatile day, guys. I must say. Is it Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday, right?
All day.
Tomorrow's gonna be nuts on GJ. I think tomorrow's gonna be like a little volatile as well. Like I want to see how today closes, depending, because if today like, I'm high likely we're gonna close like at like 137, 630. If you close there today, then we're probably gonna get like a low rangy day tomorrow, because it'll make sense, right? Because tomorrow will be like it'll be in this range from 136, 630 to like 138 levels, kind of in this weird level here. But as if you close like here, we're probably gonna have more range to go up tomorrow, right? You have that clean traffic go up. So I doubt we're gonna close here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna close further up. So it would mean that we're probably gonna get a range of day tomorrow, probably on Friday. So we gotta make the best of it today. But just don't, you know, just don't go crazy today, guys. Don't try to blow your account today, trying to revenge trade this entire move. I'm about to study more fundamentals to help predict moves like this. You can't really study on fundamentals, man. Like you can't just gotta read, like understand, like what's happening with the fundamentals. Though. And with fundamentals, like you don't gotta catch the entire move. Like me knowing that news just came out here, I understand that it is obviously the move has happened, and we're probably gonna get a further push. So you kind of want to catch the bits and pieces after the news, but you can't really predict things like this to happen. Like that's unexpected, man.
This was just like random news. So
Yeah, you can't really.
You can't do anything about it.
Just a random 14,000 pip move.
But you know, Trey, if you watch the Asia analysis here, let's watch it together. Let's see. You know, like let's take a look.
Alright, what's going on, guys?
So this is my Asia analysis yesterday for GJ in the free Telegram channel.
Asian session analysis. Can I close above the resistance here? So if we're closing above this resistance here, because look left, we had multiple rejections here, right? But look where auto count is closed. Auto count is closed.
I don't know why Zoom makes it sound so weird, but
all these below this resistance here, right? All these wicks here came up, but look, they all closed below this level. So this is the first candle we have here to actually close above. I believe. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna if we find support here, we should be able to continue up today. So next levels is gonna be about 138, like 137, 600 levels, like this area right here.
Tentacles is there, right? Tentacles is there. It makes sense. Daytime frame made sense. Daytime frame never broke those levels. We found support here, and now we're pushing up towards these levels, right? And this is sent like yesterday during like 6 p.m. Okay? I mean 8 p.m. right? So it's like you can't really predict fundamentals, but Tentacles does show you some signs that we're gonna continue up or down, right? Tentacles is always gonna be there. So like even if without fundamentals, you probably could have caught buys as well. It's just that fundamentals is like it comes in at a random time. Oh.
I don't know, but where the hourly broke out, I wouldn't even be thinking about buys. Like my head was completely in sells.
My head was on sells earlier because with the bearish trend we had it earlier, but it was only sells coming down to like that
Yeah,
like low range.
That's support.
Yeah, like I wasn't really looking for a runner here or anything like that. I was just looking to get out like right here at that support because there's a forward support here, and then buys, like I wasn't thinking about buys, but like it makes sense as buys broke the highs here, right there to go up. That just was on my mind at the time, but it made sense. Price breaking structure.
Oh, this is Brexit.
Yeah, man. We just here. Look at my chart here. You have this. I'll send a link to the Slack group actually.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Yeah.
So we could have just jumped on a moving train.
If FOMO, yeah, you could have. If you
Yeah,
had FOMO, if you had FOMO today, it would have worked. Honestly.
Yeah, the FOMO traders made some money.
They would have made money today, but then they would have lost it tomorrow. And I start a new account on Monday, and then blow it again Friday.
Hell, FOMO traders have been in 45 minutes ago.
FOMO traders could have gone right here, could have gone right here. There's something weird FOMO traders could have got in. Yeah, it's like it's win-loss scenario,
FOMO traders eating sushi tonight. Steak and lobster.
I think like I'm looking for buys above here, guys. Above like 136, 839. New buys above there. And now here comes those traders that say we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles. We should get a bearish candle very soon. Wait,
Now we need a retracement.
yeah, but this momentum, I think if you break this resistance, it should be pretty clean photo range here.
136, 600 was so strong. I hope it goes to there. Great support.
Trying to clip this video here. I'm trying to post it on Instagram. Alright. Who caught buys though? I didn't ask the chat. Who in the chat today caught buys though on GJ? Did anybody watching get buys in today? Opportunities. From what I saw, I don't know if there are opportunities for me, but maybe for you guys. You guys saw something. 136, 300. Nice. Oh, that was like right here. Damn, man. How big were your stops here? I blew 50% of my account. Yeah.
On this trade?
Nah, people blew try to catch buys, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I'm saying Sly says blew 50% of his
Oh,
account
I don't
saying
know.
on this trade.
I have no idea.
Took a sell. Oh
Oh,
no.
wow.
Why didn't you get out? As you broke the highs,
No.
Sly.
Don't tell me you try to
Wait,
call
wait,
us
hold
out.
on, no.
Without any-
Where'd you take the sell though? You take it like where I got in, or did you get in like up here? You know, like where'd you get in the sells? As you were typing stops, it shot up. Oh,
Oh wait. Oh, if you were in cells down there and then like just made that big ass move, then I feel bad for you.
yeah.
Oh, it was one of those just suddenly just started going up.
I think he just didn't put stops in the time. On MT5, you can just drag your stops, right?
So I like using the device because
It's not like using phones.
position
Yeah, I
is
don't
open.
like using phones.
That's tough. No, he took a sell down here, but like he was looking. I guess it just shot up so quick.
Oh, you got after me. You got like down there when I move it. When I move my stops up. On MT5, all I had to do was drag a line, go, and still stops to or whatever. But yeah, man, I gotta type quicker than that, man.
From top to bottom, it's about 139 point pip move.
Clip it and ship it.
maybe we get some resistance here.
Yep, I think here. Let's see, 15's unclosed bearish probably. How big is this range here? You have like a nice 23 pip range. Yep, little 23 pip range here. Not bad. Yeah, congrats to everyone who caught pips on the move. Nice trades. Well done there. Was there a buy signal called? No. But I did give like a little analysis earlier in the streams and like one last entering Asian session on how GJ was gonna be bullish today. The sells I took was just like a little like just a little short-term sell coming down to the support. That was it. So that's why I took sells this morning, but we closed -2 pips. But as we broke structure, kind of came up. Yeah. Let's see. 15 closed. We're very weak bearish at resistance here. I believe we have found our resistance, guys, for about time. So now we need to find
Mine closed
support.
bullish.
Yeah. But like we found some type of rejection level at least, minimum. Because we haven't had that all morning. That was a huge 1 hour candle. So yeah. 8 AM opening NY session. What do you guys think is gonna happen here? We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up.
Really?
We're gonna go up. NY session opening. Yeah, we're gonna follow the trend.
I'm looking for a rock, falling rock.
You're looking for sells?
I mean, GJ is just bipolar, so you'll think it keep going up and then it'll pull back.
Let's see, what's this we have here? Resistance here. Yep. This is I found resistance here. Let's take a look. Yeah, you got some resistance here actually. I did not peep this. Yeah, you have resistance here as well. You're kind of in a range here. Yeah, we have formed resistance here. I think a break of this structure, a closure above this range would be clean for us to continue up. 15 can't close bearish here. Yep.
You think if this one closes bearish, the next one goes?
Yep. 1 hour wick fill. Yeah, 100%. Yep. If this one closes bearish, I would take buy stops above this candle high going up. Those would be my buys. Kind of go up to like for a nice 10 pip move, kind of fill a wick.
It's only as long as it doesn't break the slow here, though. Right?
As long as it just closes like exactly where it is, you know, and not close any bigger, because then it'll break the lows. Because if it breaks the lows, it's probably gonna come back down to find support down here. And yeah, and then that whole scenario will play out, right? Where we come down, find support, go back up. So yeah, I think we're now approaching those levels where it's kind of tradable. So we can now wait for those candles to form and look for our entries. Yeah, if it's not going to create support, man, it might not. I don't know, man. But if it does, then yeah, you could expect that continuation. Yeah, but what if G just comes all the way back down here? You know, just goes all the way back down to where we started this morning.
I could see that happening.
No, I don't know what's gonna happen. Man.
I'm not saying it is.
I don't see it happening.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I can see it happening.
Oh, yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Anything could happen here. Hey, young people that say buy high, sell low. Right? You know, this will be your time. It's pretty high right now, you know. On tops and bottoms. Yo, guys, do you guys want this to be smaller, man? I think this is too big, right? Takes up too much of my screen. You guys think? This is small like that. This will make it a bit smaller. Like
you wouldn't enter on this candle, right?
No. I mean, it'll make sense, but nah, I would not.
Because then it could just flip the other way. Ella.
What's going on, man? Oh. I'll make my font smaller here. There you go. Is that better? Okay, looks like we're continuing up. I mean, yo, the 30-minute makes sense for us to continue up on a wick fill, right? That would make sense for us to continue up, but oof. Why yesterday news were positive for USD but was going down? What happened yesterday? Was there news yesterday? Are you sure? I don't remember any news being yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday, let's see. We had minor news. Like, it was just minor news, man. It's just minor news.
I'm gonna buy here.
You're gonna buy here? Nice. Going on a 15 closure? Can I flip or what?
No, 5-minute support.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah. That was pretty clean. Nice trade. Got out just now?
No. No,
You can get out. I think if we're gonna fill 1 hour wick.
I'm move my stops to entry though right now.
We're gonna fill the 1 hour wick here to continue up. Nice.
Oh.
Okay, what did gold do today though? Looking at this shit too much. Gold didn't do shit. Yesterday didn't do much here as well. Yeah, kind of in range. Just it today. Hit entry, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. I was looking. I was like,
if that candle flip back bearish, like there's just a high chance that it's just gonna reject and come down, you know. So
I was looking on the 5-minute. The reason why I'm like, are you gonna get out here because it tapped that resistance? But it's like a little range, right? So I'm like, it's either you get out here or you just leave a runner. So that's why I asked you.
No, I wasn't gonna get out. I was just gonna move my stop entry at the resistance.
Very clean trade though.
Yeah, but now I gotta wait for like a very solid 15-30 minute closure. That was hella anticipation.
Yep. I think we're gonna find that support here, guys. We're gonna find that support. Come down to here, find support. So now you guys can pull up that screenshot from earlier and take a look at that and use that as a reference. That's what I'm looking for. Right. So support is formed down here. Price has to close bullish to go back up, kind of retest these highs and eventually continue the trend. So yeah, it might be at 9. It might be like, you know, 8:30, 8:15. Who knows here, but we'll catch something. Don't stress.
So annoying when it hits your entry and it just like gets delayed and takes off like an extra little bit.
Oh.
I mean, bro,
I used
can
to care
imagine
about
you with
that.
the 8 lot.
I used to care about that, but I'm like, it's not really.
It
it's
doesn't
like,
really matter if you're not. It doesn't really matter if you're not over trading, but it's just like a little annoying, you know. Like here, like I lost 10 bones here off the hitting entry, but you would have lost like 80.
Yeah, but then again, like,
You know,
that's
it's
like up,
like, yo,
that's like up,
$80.
that's like a pip though, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like, you know, it doesn't really like you know, like you can't adjust to it as like the bigger lots go, obviously. So if it'll feel the same, like the way the 80 feels to me, it feels the same as you like losing what, $10
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Support has been, I mean, resistance has been created, guys. Now we need support to be formed. We'll know where that's gonna be formed at. But what we do know is that we'll wait for that support to be formed. So we need some type of bullish candle here as support. I'm looking at this though. It could either be here at these levels, or here at these levels down here. 136, 415, right? Either those two levels there. Looking like this, it might be at 136, 415 support. So I'm happy GG's doing this now because we're now gonna get some type of retracement. Can go back up later. Better entries.
Honestly, I just would have rather just a straight continuation. Just if the 15-minute close like a little bit stronger bullish, would have been a pretty decent entry, I think. Samurai, don't tell me you're gonna sell.
Samurai definitely
Once he
got
broke the
so.
15-minute low, that would have been clean, I guess. Just a
Yeah,
little risky.
but it's pretty risky. It's a pretty risky play. But yeah, it made sense.
Short term sell.
Yeah, a little short-term sale.
No
That's why I'm done
Samurai's
for a day.
balls deep in a sell right now.
Hmm?
No Samurai's balls deep in a sell right now.
Whoa there. Be honest, are you in a trade, FOREX Samurai? Be honest. You can tell me. I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he's amigo or something though. Alright guys, so
looking at buy stops.
So guys, like, if you look at like this one area, Sam, remember earlier we kind of expected like a retracement some way. Like I think Sharif said it. We expect some type of retracement. So we're looking at like there's this resistance here, so it could have been that resistance, right? But if price were to break this resistance, this retracement is invalid now because now we're breaking structure. So I think above this resistance here, that was when you could have this is when buys are kind of locked in for like the rest of the day, you know, or the rest of the move here to go up. But I just kind of want you guys to understand like what structure is, and us breaking this is structure. Because look left here, just can't think of it as like your, you know, your kind of high, I mean lower high, lower low, you know, lower high. But since the lower high got broken, we came back to retest the highs, right? So as we broke that, structure is broken, we're bullish now. Think of it like that. Like I don't always implement like look at it that way. I don't always say it like that, but it's kind of a way to look at it. Is what I mean by breaking structure. Okay, look, support's been kind of tapped here. Oh man.
This goes a weak bearish.
Yeah.
Low stops. I mean buy stops.
Above the high, yeah. I think that's the play. 5. We have about a minute left for this candle to close. 5 minutes and close is bullish at support here. 5 minutes has found that structure. I mean, 5 minutes and close is bullish to go up here. Let's see. Can you close weak bearish here? Yeah, probably buys above here, I'll say.
Nah, Rudy, I'm not in the trade.
Liar.
I just went to the kitchen to get some coffee, so I was away from the computer.
That's why.
I'm all discombobulated, man. I don't know what's going on, so kind of hard to jump in the trade.
Hey guys, what do you guys think about a simulation tonight?
So what?
A simulation tonight.
Probably down.
Are you?
Might be out though.
Yeah.
Simulation on a live market.
we're doing a simulation right now. We might as well do it right now. Let's see. Okay.
Just press the skip bar real quick.
Yeah. All right. Let's speed the time from here, guys. Let's get to the next 1 hour candle. See how we close here.
Bro, all you have to do is just skip a bar and then just rewind it and then enter your trade. Boom.
Okay. Is it me or like did I see GJ coming down to the support down here at 136, 41, like 421 here? I think from, I don't know, let's see. If this 15 closes bullish here, you don't have enough range to go up though to look for entries here. It's gonna be a bit smaller, but if you come down to like this support down here, you have a bigger range to come down. If you come down like this, and we have to close bullish, I think kind of look for entries here. Can I go back up? But it's either gonna be, it's probably gonna be these two, this one or this one. Because if this support breaks here, we're probably gonna come all the way back down. If like 136, 422 breaks, we're probably gonna come all the way back down to maybe like to retrace half of the move here, coming down. So I will look for sells below here, coming back down to like 136.081. So let's see what happens here, man. My next trade will determine if I flip or blow my account. Those are bad profits, man. Even if you make profits in the next trade, man. Even if you flip your account on the next trade, those are bad profits, man. You're on a wrong path, man. You're on a wrong path. Your head's not where it needs to be, man, to be trading right now, at all. It doesn't matter if you have 2 accounts, by the way. You know, you're still putting 1 account into risk for no reason at all, right? You're just playing too much emotions right now, you know, that's why. Yeah, like, you might as well, yeah. Like, that's not the way to trade, man. You're mostly gonna blow an account.
Well, it's the guy that
Most
lost
likely.
50% on that trade.
Yeah, and then he wants to make it back within 1 trade. That's not how it works, man. Just call it a day. You took 1 trade today, you blew 50%, which you shouldn't have blown anyways within 1 trade, man. You should have, that's like 3% risk per trade. You should have blew 3%, but a good trade does not define a good trader. That's correct. That is facts, yeah. Like, you just don't understand, Slide, the difference between good profits and bad profits, man. Understand that concept. The good profits and bad profits. If you don't understand that, it might take some time, but once you understand that, you're on the right path. The difference between good profits and bad profits, you know. Huge difference. Obviously, all profits is great in general, but there's a difference in like in between. I'm not gonna expose or anything, but like you're the one that messaged me asking me for, you know, whatever. But you're the one that told me that was the last time you learned your lessons, and that was the last time you were gonna do whatever you did last time. And now you're doing the exact same thing again a week later. You know? Come on, man.
They playing casino, Don? I said they doing the casino move?
Yeah, like, you literally told me, you're like, I blew my account because I did over leverage this, but now if you give me this, I won't do it again. You know, I will learn my lessons. Like, and I told everyone in the stream the next day, I'm like, you're not, like, in general, you're not gonna learn by blowing my account on Friday and coming back Monday with a fresh mindset because you think you're a new person. You're still gonna be the same person. You're still gonna come back to those same old mistakes. So until you actually change, you know, and stop doing whatever forcing those bad habits, that's when you're gonna become consistent and profitable. But until then, you're gonna be in this cycle over and over. As much as you think you've changed throughout 1 week, a day, you know, a weekend, you're still the same trader, having those same bad habits. And it's fucked. I know it's hard. It's hard, right? But like, you just gotta stop, man. You just gotta stop. I can tell you to stop. I'm telling you to stop right now, but you're not gonna stop.
Who,
Take
me?
this. No, I'm talking about that. Like, if you had a girlfriend and I told you that she was ugly, you're not gonna listen to me, cause you love her. You know, you love her, so you're gonna listen to whatever you feel, right? Same thing for this. If you have, if blowing my account, if over leveraging is not good for you, I'm gonna tell you that's not good for you. But you're still gonna wanna over leverage and create all those bad habits, cause that's what your mind is telling you to do. You're not gonna listen to me. So until you actually learn to kind of adapt to that, kind of go get your way around that, you're gonna be in the same cycle over and over and over again, man. So think about that. You know, think about that. Think about it. Cause you know, 50% on a trade, that was over leveraging. It's gonna lead to now over trading, and revenge trading. So that leads to one to another, and it's a mess, man. Like, I've been there. That's why I'm telling you this, right? I've been there. I've learned from those lessons, and it's tough. I know it's tough. Don't vote. If that kind of forms a support in this region, do you enter in a buy, even with this news that will come out in 15 minutes? What pair? GJ here. Let's see. We have news in 15. We have USD news here in like 8 minutes. Won't have any pound news. No, this move will just put volume in the markets. Won't really affect GJ directly. So there's no need to worry. Take a look at gold. Gold. Nice. 1 hour candle close above here. You know, we mentioned buys above here earlier. We're headed towards let's take a look here. Where we head towards?
Moon.
I think we're headed towards this resistance over here on a daily time frame. That'll be a daily target.
Good gracious.
1911. Sounds right.
9 o'clock, we go off the stream and we at 142.
Yo guys, yo, what do you think about buy stops here, guys? Sam? Stops are way too big though, I know, but these look pretty clean. 15-minute close of resistance.
Buy stops?
If you break this 30-minute high, 15-minute high, yeah.
15-minute high.
Yep, 15-minute high.
Oh, right now. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stops are too big. That's the issue you have here. But this will make perfect sense. Perfect sense.
And the entry would be where? At the 15-minute high?
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna enter though. Stops are way too big, but it's a play that I've entered before in the past, multiple times. Like earlier example would be like down here, broke the high, same scenario. You know, breaking structure here. Because what happened here? Yeah, 22 pip stops, bro. It's pretty big. Because we form resistance here, close bearish at resistance. If you break that structure, we're breaking resistance here to go up. This is a clean move to go up to like 137, 123.
Smaller lots.
You can enter with a small lot.
Half your lot.
Yeah.
Are you doing it on the break of the high or close of the high?
I'm not entering, no.
No, I'm just saying, would you?
Oh, it'll probably be a break of the high.
Break of the high.
You've seen this play before, no?
Say what?
You've seen this play before. This is a play that we've
Oh, I see what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been through this play a lot of times.
Yeah, you'd have to take smaller lots.
Stops are way too big, yeah. 1 hour's on flip bullish. That was a low being created on a 1 hour time frame. 1 hour is coming up to filled range here. 4 hour is closing 30 minutes here.
We can get a 30 close here and then wait for a wick.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait for like a closure above, like maybe the next 15 candle, but
At 5 minutes.
it's the 4 hour closure for me. Same thing as yesterday. 4 hour needs to create that lower wick, right? When I first came into the game, I thought it would be easy. Once I've learned my strategy, I'm on level 2 now to mind. It's not easy, man. Even if like as easy as I make it look, it's not easy, you know. I wouldn't even consider trading easy now. Like even if I'm this profitable or consistent, I'll consider it simple, right? But not easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy. It's like kind of like it just has to do with your mindset, man. That's all that trading is.
Yo, FOREX Spider said sells now. Are we selling? Are we selling?
Yeah, I'm probably wait for like the issue I have of this trade is just like the 4 hours unclosed in 30 minutes. And same thing as remember how I said yesterday how the 4 hour needs to create the ball and wick here? The higher wick. Can't just close full bullish here. It needs to create a range. So you might get some type of retracement for this 4 hour candle to go up. So maybe if you get a closure above the resistance, I'll look for buys here. Like something like this. So it won't be this candle, obviously. If this candle here closes above, it's probably gonna be the next candle here. Go up like that, probably. Something like this, probably is what I'm looking for. And then, or maybe this, as this candle starts to shoot up, and then find some type of support here. Now, kind of go back down, and then eventually, kind of come back up here. So, let's see, guys. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, I only entered one trade today though. That's fine. I'll be fine calling it a day at, you know, one trade, -2 pips. But we have some time left. We can just chill. What happens within the next couple of candles here? If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go check out that Asian analysis on. We just posted on my Instagram page here. Moments ago, posted the little Asian analysis here on GJ from yesterday. If FOREX forms upper wick but closes below 136.836, 836. What happens? You put ... Finish the sentence, man. Nah, cause overall FOREX is still gonna close bullish, right? Even if it leaves a wick here, it's still gonna close bullish. And as long as it closes like above like this resistance here on the 4 hour time frame, take a look at this. As long as it closes above this resistance, we should be good for the next 4 hour candle to continue going up. So tap these levels here. Cause this is your overall range, right? On the 4 hour time frame, we broke out that resistance looking left here. So now, if as long as we close above here, we should be able to continue up to like tap this resistance, or maybe this resistance right here. It's also the most important forward candle of the day. Someone asked me why that was yesterday. I think I answered in the comments, but it was because this forward candle is like the last. It's like this forward candle closure is like an hour after the NY open, and also the last forward candle where it includes the London and New York session. So it's a pretty volatile candle. Because the 1 a.m. candle after is going to be pretty dead. London is closed, right? Markets are kind of rangy at that time, so probably not the best candle. But yeah, this 4 a.m. candle, 4 p.m. candle, 4 a.m. candle is pretty strong. You guys like that outro yesterday? Pretty clean, right? You guys thought I was gonna pull up the Drake, but I pulled up the. Give you guys a little fake out. Alright. 30-minute close, bearish at resistance here. 15 kind of closed bullish at support here. But it closed at resistance, right? It closed below this resistance here. So, I think. Yeah, gonna need a closure above here. The more accounts that close, the more information we have. Think of it that way.
Buy stops?
Mm.
You're gonna wait for the 4 hour?
Buy stops where?
30-minute.
30-minute high? No. Oh, buy stops here. Oh, 30-minute highs. Yeah, the 4 hours is kind of bothering me in here, you know, in this scenario. But yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, 30-minute close is very weak, but bearish at resistance here. If we break that structure, we should be able to push up. If you have time, do you think we could send you our trading view charts and you analyze them and tell us what you would have personally? I ask you guys all the time. Send me your label charts, right? And people send these charts, and I just kind of take a look at them. But today we had no charts for some reason. So send your charts. Yeah, I recommend you guys send your charts. But make sure you read the description down below on how to send your charts. And make sure it's labeled too. Don't just send me a chart with nothing on it, because I'm not gonna read. There's nothing much to kind of look at. Sam, you gonna have buy stop, Sam? Sam? Samuel Huntley. He's on mute or something. But yeah, for free standard charts, man. I'll take a look at all of them. Alright, gotta like stretch or something, man, cause you know.
The 30-minute high is 862.
30-minute high is, yeah. You see what 30-minute high is on your MT5?
I'm on MT4 862.
Yeah, wherever the 30-minute high is.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's on this is right 845, but yeah, same. It's a couple pip off. Different brokers are different.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, who caught gold buys here?
Gold.
Yeah, close above resistance from earlier. If we ever follow the gold analysis from earlier, we got like an hourly close above. I think stops would have been, you know, entries here, stops below there, below here, TP up here. Gold buys mentioned here around like 6:30 a.m. Well, bro, I'm new. I would have been doing this, yo. Why can't people? Yeah, exactly. People don't take advantage of that, right? That could be so helpful in so many ways. Believe me, I'm saying, yeah. No worries. Send out your charts, man. But make sure it's labeled. But yeah, I don't know why people don't send charts here. I don't know. Like they're scared, not confident enough. But the only way to get confident, the only way to get better is if you send charts, right? Because when I first started, guys, I didn't send no charts because I had no one to send charts to. But then my friend got into FOREX, and then I kind of send charts to him. You know, we marked up together, and he kind of told me what I did, what could have done better, you know. And that's how we kind of, you know, got my way here. But without saying charts, you're never gonna get better. You're never gonna get better if saying charts, because you might have a view on something, but someone else might have a better view on it, and they can tell you more about it. Show us how if I knew. Follow the description, man. It's down below. Just scroll down and you see a thing that says how to send charts. It should show you how to send charts. All right, just follow that, man. If you guys enjoy your streams, though, leave a like on the streams, man. Come on, it's 19 likes, man. I want you to get more likes than that, man.
Gonna be my last trade of the day. This buy over here. It's very risky actually.
You on 30-minute?
Oh yeah. Okay. Just push.
Oh,
through.
it just broke highs. Damn. Sam, did you 10 buy stops here? I asked you earlier, but you didn't really reply.
Bro, I wasn't even looking. Fuck. I was looking at gold.
Yeah. I think we're pushing up here. Broke the high.
Man. That's the entry.
The issue I had was a 4-hour candle closing, but yeah, like this is up pretty clean. You know, we've just broke the highs here. Those were your buy stops. Above 30-minute high as it closed bearish at resistance. Stops current candle. 27 pips to go up here. Pretty clean. Very clean.
Henrique, where you got it in the buy stop?
I think Henry got in. The only risky thing about it is the 4-hour candle. But other than that, it's like it makes sense. It makes perfect sense here to go up. Now flip bullish, you know, 4 hours still up here.
What I don't like is how massive it already moved. You know, the 1 hour close as well. It's massive. I don't like it. I get very uncomfortable. But let's see.
Looking at this though,
It's 5 pips. So.
yeah, it's pretty clean. It's a pretty clean move. Like 15 came down, found that support, and then I guess it kind of just continued up here based off a 30-minute time frame. Yep. I probably would put break even here, because what's happening now is that if you guys are looking at this, if you guys are in a trade, I'll put it to break even. Why? Because if you take a look at this, we have formed that resistance here. So as we form that resistance there, we're gonna need a support to be created later on, right? So if this support holds, we're probably gonna continue up. But if this support breaks, we're gonna come back down to range. So, and that's why I'll move my stops to entries here. In this case. But yeah, it should be gonna go up.
Rocket ship.
Yep. How do you get the target at 137? Daytime from here, man. Look left on daytime frame. I meant my target is actually not, my target is up here at 138. I mean 137, 600. We closed above this resistance yesterday. Daily candle to go up. Just watch the Asian analysis from yesterday. I posted on my Instagram page here. This one. That was from yesterday. From last night. That's how I got that target.
You in?
No, I didn't get in this trade, man.
Where would you put your TP?
Man.
137, 123. That resistance.
Henry, you got 10 pips?
I actually FOMO'd at 136.909.
Not good, brother.
That's not a good entry, man. That's not a good entry.
I wanted to test something. I put like a 5 pip stop.
But like, wait, 5 pip stop. How did? Where'd you stop? Like 5
the
minutes?
bottom of the 5 minute.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, kind of makes sense. I mean, that's an 11 pip stop. Yeah, that makes kind of sense, I guess. I thought you just put it randomly here. I'm like, wait, what? Why is it there? Yeah, if I makes sense. Yeah, it
At
should
the bottom
be.
of
Yeah.
At the bottom of the 5 minute wick.
No, yeah, it's not that bad.
Thought it was not as bad as I thought it would have been. Who got in buy stops there, guys? Anyone getting buy stops there?
Man, I'm cheesed.
Yeah, who got in buy stops here? Someone's on a chart. Take a look at this. I did. Nice. You caught 10 pips. Right part would have closed half of 10 pips. Stops entries. Right now on that trade. Alright, what do you have here? So you have a chart here that shows. That's the wrong chart. This better be a clean chart, man. Oh, and you sent the wrong chart.
Oh, wrong chart.
Yeah, make sure. Just send me a new link. Try sending me a new one. You sent it the correct way, but try to kind of like press the camera icon again and send a new link. Sometimes it doesn't work for some reason, but yeah.
Hey, Zerk. So all you have to do is I usually take it, copy it, and put it in a clipboard, and I just take off the backslash on the end, all the way through the backslash.
Now it doesn't really matter because I only copied the inside anyways.
So what?
I only copy like whatever's inside the backslashes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But FOREX Spider, taking sells here is pretty risky, man. Pretty risky.
It's scary.
Yeah. Sells were very risky here. Cause like,
Sells are extremely risky.
cause like, yo, you have like a resistance form there, but as you broke that high, we're breaking structure. You just have clean traffic going up to this target here. You know. Yeah, sells were pretty risky, man.
You know, it reminds me of when I started trading. For example, I would see this bearish candle over here. I said, okay, it's going down. I'm gonna take a sell. And then I would see this huge candle going up. I said, oh, I'm gonna get a better entry. I'm gonna sell again over here.
Yeah, can't toss some bombs, right? Yeah, that's the issue you have, man. You know, like if you were a top and bottom trader today, you would have sold. Let's see where you would have sold today. You would have sold here, you would have sold here, and you would have probably sold right here. 3 attempts on the sells, and probably what would have happened was if you were to get one, you would have posted that on Instagram. And you know, that's top bond traders. That's what they do. Yeah, man, this is whoever caught those buy stops here, pretty.
I
Congrats.
am at 9 pips.
Congrats.
I'm done for the day.
Congrats, guys. Congrats. Good shit. Very clean chart.
Called it earlier in the week. We're gonna hit 137 there. $137 snap. No.
How many pips is that? That was like runner would have been 17 pips. Nice. Okay, so you have here, you have yours DK, but yeah, label it now, man. You can't just send me a chart like this. Yeah, label it. Show me what you're looking for. You know, looking at this, it won't really do anything. I understand that it bounces off your EMA, bounces off this resistance, but explain it. You know, what are you looking for? You know, you have support here. You know, you expecting us to continue down. Like, what are you looking for here? You know. Like, can I explain where your entry is, where your stop loss is? You know, explain. You know. It's either you send me a chart of you, like, you know, label charts, or it's either you send me a chart with that you took a loss with, because I'll take a look at the loss and see what you did wrong in that loss. But if you send me a chart with nothing on it, it can't really help me or help you, right? So here's an example of a clean chart. Like maybe something like this. Like this. See how this chart, this is my chart. See how this chart is nicely labeled here with like everything on it? You know. This is the charts I look for. You know, maybe like this too. Another chart, right? But you just gotta label it. Show me what you're looking at. Back and listen to my trading plan. Nice, 10 pips. Congrats, man. We have a great trading day today. Well, the rest of the week. Trying to fix my camera. Yeah, label, bro. Label. No blanks. Got London sells and pre and Y buy. Short risk, stop loss, huge reward. Nice.
Forex Spider's a beast.
To go. If you guys got on bias or the spy stop, leave a like on the streams. Whoever entered. Sometimes I give out trade deals, you know. You guys can't execute with them. Damn, Paula Berry caught for the $5 donation. Caught 103 pesos this morning. Appreciate it, man. I love, man. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you any entries to the streams, but you know, hope you gain something out of it.
Oh, you were quiet. You were managing your trade.
Probably was.
Someone
that's not his last donation. Yeah, that's not his last donation, man. Trust me. Paul, 103 pips today, man.
Good gracious.
Good shit, Paul. Good shit, man.
Paul, what time did you enter?
My guess is maybe
7 o'clock hour.
This when he broke the high there to go up.
What time was the when it broke the highs? At 6 or 7?
7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Paul is a market maker, man. That's why he sends me money. Can't throw you guys off, you know. All right, someone send a chart. Let's see. GJ, 1 hour time frame. GJ broke my screen. Shall I close 50%? Yeah.
Who said that?
These are the charts we love to see.
These are my favorite charts, guys. Nicely done, man. Nice chart. Perfect. To the T. I give it 10 out of 10. Perfect chart. Perfect. I see that you have a bullish candle here, and you have price going above your screen here. Perfect. Perfect buy as you call here.
This was the same guy that was asking you money.
Same guy that
Eating
that
lobster
50% of the account. Yeah, 50%.
Eating lobster tonight.
Hey, Sly. Honestly, I'm being serious though. If you took those buys and you flipped your account, because you said you're gonna flip your account on the next trade or blow your account. If you made profit, you understand that. Never do that again. All right. Never do it again. I don't know the outcome to it, but understand that, you know, that was pretty risky what you did there, going 50% of your account. I know it played out. It sounds easier. It's easier said than done now. But you know, if that were to happen again, you know what would happen, right? So don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Hold up, Sly. He won 50% of his count or lost 50% of his count?
No, he said he lost 50% of his count earlier. He said on the next trade he's gonna take if he was gonna make it back or he's gonna blow his account, like, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doing one for the gram.
Build a brick every day and you have a brick wall? No, man. What you're trying to build is not a brick wall. You're not trying to build brick by brick. Building brick by brick is, you know, consistently getting 1 to 2% per day. You 50%, you're building a whole CN tower off the rip, man. That's what you're building. You're building the border here, man. You're building a border across America here. That's what you're building. So if you're building it that fast, how fast do you think it'll collapse? Good analogy, right? The faster you build the wall, the faster it will collapse. Take your time on it. Build brick by brick, right? Can you have a look at this chart? Yeah, actually look at the chart, man. Of course I can. Take a look at this. This better be a clean chart, not like this, right? Oh, and you get the wrong chart. Send another chart, man. Send another chart. Resend it. Send a new link. Cause this does not work. Yeah. If I was gonna trade, so guys, what I'll do now is I'll probably move my stops to this candle low here at 136.946. I move it to that low, cause this is a new high that's being created here. So if price were to come down and break this low, we're probably gonna continue back down the range here. So I'll probably move my stop loss from here to here.
Gabby, great job.
What's up, fam? What's going on, man?
I don't think GJ's easy to trade today.
It's not that it was easy, it's just that there wasn't really much entries for us to enter. What I want to see after like that 7 a.m. push was it was either like he got in over here, or like right now, like where I mentioned earlier when we broke the highs. That was probably only 2 attempts I've seen here. Like if I were forced to trade, those are.
There wasn't a lot of entries to take.
Yeah. But then again, it was just like volatile as shit, you know? Probably the most volatile day of the week.
Yeah.
Came down London, New York came up. I understand this, guys. I understand that you're not gonna get this every day, though. This is you're not gonna get it tomorrow. Like you might get it tomorrow, who knows? But you're not gonna get it for a consistent amount of days straight, right? Like I understand that you have days like yesterday, so.
The NFT tomorrow.
Yeah. And NFP is tomorrow. Yeah, NFP is tomorrow. So I understand that, like you know, some days you get that big volume pushes. You know, some days you won't. So I understand that I understand to be able to trade on volatile markets or non-volatile markets. You know. Bro, I took GG buy and trade and took some pairs and leaving the best, bro. I'm confused with the TP. You took buys as you broke the highs here? Where'd you get buys in? Where'd you get buys in? Oh, this? Nice. Yeah, so if, you know, I gave, like, I think target would be this resistance up here, look left, because you have, like, this forward candle here that's, like, obviously gonna, it's gonna close in 7 minutes, right? But you have, like, a clean traffic pushing towards this level here. So I'll probably close half 10 pips and leave a runner to this target. Because this is clean traffic here, right? This is like a one perfectly clean traffic candle. You can expect it to come up here. Yep. But
Don, did you see? Do you see an opportunity at the 4 hour, the 9 o'clock hour, at the close of the 4 hour?
I mean, I see like a target we can probably tap, but I don't see any entries. Like, yeah, a small time from entries for me would be probably us coming down to form support here at the support level, and wait for support 3 to 4 to continue back up, kind of like this, to retest the highs. Maybe something like this. No. So yeah, that's probably what I'm waiting for. But high chance we may continue back down here, guys. Like I said earlier, I would have moved my stops to this kind of low here, but now that we came back down, would have been another trade by now. So I would have got my 10 pips and my runner would have got stopped out in profit. I would have been out the trade. Because right now, as we're breaking that low, you had a clean traffic coming back towards the range here. So expect this candle to kind of drive back down to the support level as the 4 hour closes as well, right? So see that makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Sells do sells. Pretty risky, man. Pretty risky. Pretty risky, man. Pretty risky. Taking sells now. It's pretty painful to sit through this forward candle before taking a buy. Yeah, man. It'd be like that sometimes, man. It's alright, though. It's alright. So I understand you have a...
Shout out to you if you stay disciplined.
Yeah, if you guys are disciplined today, shout out to you. Think of it this way. Just pat yourself in the back today if you took trades that you were comfortable taking. But if you take a trade that you weren't comfortable in because you had FOMO, then you messed yourself up today. But if you took trades that you're comfortable with today, that's all that matters. Win or loss, that's all that matters. The trades that you constantly take all the time, right? I understand that you have another day like this too. And day's not done yet, man. Day's not done yet. We have a long ways to go here. Target's all the way up here, right? So sit and wait. Let's see. We could get entries here. John, what counts as you start become a full-time trader? It's built up. Like I didn't even become a full-time trader because I woke up one day. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a full-time trader. I had accounts previously to have that full-time trader account that I've constantly built for me to become a full-time trader, right? So like, it's not like I woke up one day, oh, $10,000, $100,000 here, put in my account, boom, I'm gonna be a full-time trader today. You know, that account had to grow up some way, somehow. So what's your average lot size? I told you guys, 8.0 lots. It's like, it ranges from like 4 to 8.0 lot, like it's around that range. $17,000? No, man. I just put a round number out there. When I get a job, I'm sure it says less pressure. So I told you, man. You know, when you trade and with your last pennies, you know, especially when you send me that message the other day, I'm like, man, it's not gonna go great. It's not gonna go great. You know, try to look for a job and try to work, build up, work. You know, and then when you deposit, you know, you have less pressure on yourself. But whereas if you deposit your last pennies to your name, you're probably gonna have a lot of emotions. You're probably gonna blow that account pretty quick because you're gonna try and make X amount in X amount of days. So you know. Like I'll say save up for deposit a bigger amount, man. Like I'll say like deposit like $1,000 plus as your first account. Then just rather deposit small amounts. But it doesn't really matter. You're using the same risk either way. But preferably I'll deposit a bigger account. But yeah, see, you guys see why I wasn't in a trade here, but you guys see why I would have put my stops that kind of low. Cause look what happened now. Clean traffic to come back down, right? So same thing all the time. We do the same thing always.
Watch out down below.
So we need this support to hold it for us to continue going up, which looks like we're gonna probably not close above. We have a minute left, so let's see what happens here. But yeah, that was probably the only trade probably. Start with $300. Yep, it's just the emotions attached to it, you know. While paying a lot, you might feel like it's nothing. You might not treat it the same way as you treat a $10,000 account, but think of it this way. You can't do it on a smart account. You can't do it on a bigger account, right? Think of it that way.
Raja Raput, you can't tell him to trade 0.1 if he has, say, $100
$200 account. $200 account, you can't trade point. You could trade 0.1, but it's like it's you're over risking off the rip, you know.
Yeah, if he has a small account,
Oh, by the
0.1
way,
is gonna be over leveraging.
let me make Alex a moderator. There you go. Yeah. Like I'll say, like Sam here, this guy had pretty good risk management. I think he had like a I'll say like an average of like $1,000 account using a 0. Well, a $10,000 account using a like a what was it 1.0? A $1,000 account usually like a 0.10. You know, that's average.
Yeah, I've been using 1.0.
That's pretty good risk. So yeah.
It's like 1% or less, something like that. Oh, I'm gonna buy here. I'm almost 10 pips.
When'd you get in?
750.
Thanks a lot for the call, Sam.
750.
Use,
Where? 750. How'd you get in?
Please don't hit entry. 15-minute close, no bottom wick.
Oh, you attempted that?
Yeah.
Damn, you attempted that trade?
Bro, I just hit entry. Fuck.
You attempted this trade for real?
What a savage.
Wow, that's a very aggressive trade. Wow. I mean,
You went full margin. Tell me you went full margin.
Bro, I wish.
I mean, it makes sense in a way. It closed bearish with no bottom wick as support, so it kind of made sense, but
I waited for it to make a little bottom wick, and then it didn't break the 30-minute low, and then I just got in.
wow, what a trade.
All them bottoms.
Have you backtested the move before?
Yeah, there's a bunch of. Well, I mean, like I've entered off like. Okay, so like let's say a 15-minute closes. Let's say a 15-minute closes bearish with no bottom wick, and then 30-minute closes bullish. Then I'll enter off of it. Which is like the same thing that happened here. It's just the 30-minute was extremely weak bullish.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
This on a PowerPoint?
That's a pretty. That's something new. Something new. I never really seen this type of entries from you before. Yeah, especially you, you being very conservative. You know, you being very
You caught the whole 10 pips, Sam?
No, I didn't get 10 pips. Like I just got stopped at entry.
Wow. What a trade.
All these rejections. Look at all these wicks.
Yeah, this is pretty ugly now. That's pretty ugly. Not gonna lie. I think you're gonna need a bullish candle above the range here, but I think, yeah, it might take some time here for us to set up an actual move here. It's gonna get pretty ugly here in this range.
We still get a 930 push.
930.
Nice, he opens.
Oh, the hourly goes bearish.
Hourly closed bearish, yeah. I'm like, what? You attempted buys here? I was looking at this.
Oh, what? Oh, yo, honestly, I didn't even see that.
Damn, I was like, you got lucky, man. You got very lucky there.
I thought everything else was bullish. God damn.
Alex Warzone time? I'm down. Oh man, it's probably gonna get pretty ugly here, guys. Probably gonna get pretty ugly. By me, pretty ugly is it might take a minute for us to get set up here. So, because what's gonna happen now is we're mostly gonna come back into range here on a 15-minute time frame, coming down to the support down here at 136.606. So I think buys now for us, we're gonna need maybe like a closure, like 30-minute closure, I'll say, above this resistance here. But the issue you have there is now we have like a new range up here. So even if you do get a closure above this resistance here, you're still gonna have an area of rejections here. So maybe a closure above this resistance. If you get something like this, I'll look for buys coming up like this. Maybe within like 2 candles or something. So, but right now within this candle, I'm probably not gonna get an entry in. Alright. I'm late. What's good, fellas? Hey, what's going on, man? We having a great day today.
Food just lit out.
Oh,
Jeez.
Ooh, wow, Sam, you got lucky. Wow, wow, Sam, you got lucky.
I dodged a missile, bro.
Coming down to the support.
Sam would have been taking a break with Jimmy right now.
No, he wouldn't. I think
I would have had my stops, but like,
Sam managed his risk pretty good.
Yeah. Yep, all those traders that don't use stops. I'll see you on Monday on the reload.
Paul got the sell. Nice, nice. Expecting a donation coming in. I'm joking.
Paul, you caught a sell?
This is a fake out watch. Yeah, it could be a fake out. Yep, it could be a fake out. Who knows? But 1 hour close bearish. Yeah, makes sense here. Paul got sell. Yeah, Paul got
sell
nice
stops below the 30-minute candle would have made sense actually, considering the 1 hour close bearish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just go back in the range. Hit our original TP on the cells.
What the hell, man?
I'm looking for cells below here. If we get closure below here, these are my cells. Because we're breaking structure there, right? Because for us to continue going up, we're going to need us to respect that support right here. But if we break the support, we're probably continuing back down the range here. That's like breaking structure right there. So cells will be below here. That's part of your cleanest cells for the day.
Ayub FX, you got in on a sale at the open of the hour. 30 pips.
Did you do this every time? Nah, man, it doesn't. it does it like once every now and then. Like there'll be days where you have a lot of volume, but it's not. You're not gonna guess every day, obviously. So you know. Cut the cells, nice. 20 pips, nice, man. Nice cells you got there. If you guys are enjoying the streams, leave a like, support the homie. Will help a lot. Wow. Yeah. If you get some type of closure below the range here, sells coming down to support would be pretty clean here. Because now we're breaking into this new range here, right? We broke out this range, broke out this range, now we just have this range to break down to. And if that range breaks, man, oh man, I'm probably gonna come all the way back down. Because if that support breaks here, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have a crazy day today. We're probably gonna retrace the whole move that happens.
If it breaks where?
Huh?
Right there?
This support down here. Hey, for all the tops and bottoms traders here, you would attempt to sells here, sells here, sells here, and sells here. Your last attempt made sense. So now you have the move coming down if you attempt to tops and bottoms, right? And this is the picture you would have posted on the Instagram page, right there. Your your entries would have been you know, for a toss and bottom traders.
That's if your account had enough money to survive.
Their entries would have been like this.
Break even after that trade.
It would have been like this. You know, after 3 attempts on the trades. Like, that's what, I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
Straight up.
I was just gonna run here.
Yep, I believe we're gonna come down to this support here. Craziest trade of the day today goes to Sam. Most profitable trade today goes to, I think, Henrique. He had the most profitable trades today.
Really?
Yeah.
And I would have took that freaking bicep.
All over here at like 200 pips.
And all good.
Holy shit, this shit is dropping hard. Yeah. It's dropping pretty hard, man. Right? We never got a closure above that resistance here for buys, so we never broke above that resistance. Now we're just coming back in the range here.
Hey, Don, you see that?
Yep.
Paul caught 208 pips today.
208 pips?
208.
Wow, good job, Paul.
Yeah, I think you should be done for the day.
Yeah, man. I caught 1 trade today. 2 pips. I mean, negative 2 pips. That's all I took. Good job, Forex Spider. Your second attempt for sells here worked out. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go check out today's Asian analysis today. See how we could have caught those buys. Post them on the Instagram page here. Alright. For the whole week. Did anyone catch gold buys? Off the 1 hour? Speak about gold, I believe we're gonna continue up here. For the wick. Ooh, nice. Yep. Oh, Paul with another $5 donation. He wasn't done, Wicks. Nah, I told you he wasn't done.
Jimmy Horton.
Hey, Jimmy is not here, man. Unfortunately.
I mean, Tim Horton. I'm talking about. Tim Horton sausage biscuit.
Jimmy Horton.
I meant Tim Horton.
Yeah, sausage and egg McMuffin right there.
Yeah, I love those biscuits, bro.
Yeah, those are fire.
Hey, Don, how you burn your sandwich, bro?
What's going on?
How did you burn your sandwich?
I put it in the oven, and
Bro, why did you put that in the oven?
No, because I had to reheat it from yesterday.
What, you had it left over from yesterday?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you leave a chicken sandwich left over? That's not something you just leave like left over.
It's hard, dog.
What do you mean? It tasted fine when it was crispy when I heat it up. What do you mean?
Bruh. Like, why would you buy it? Like, did you buy it with the intentions of just leaving it for tomorrow?
No, I had a stomach ache, so I couldn't eat it. I ate half of it, and I ate the other half the next day.
He's going through rough times. Paul, you need to up the donations.
I go through rough times. Nah, man. Why'd you drop the 50 fib?
Paul, you flip your account today?
That. Yeah, Paul definitely flipped his account today. Good shit, Volfog. Good shit. You've been here for so long, man. I love to see your progress, man. I love it. Yeah, he's in FTMO, I think. think someone messaged me on Instagram the other day, like, yeah, I'm gonna donate you $100 in tomorrow's stream. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
All right.
I don't see none.
Why wait for the stream? Just do it now.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know?
if you get some type of closure below this, because like the support here has to hold, right, for us to go up. But I believe if you get a closure below the support here, you could look for sells coming kind of back down the range here, because this is a pretty decent support, and then look for sells within the next kind of coming down here. The thing is, you have stops that are gonna be pretty huge in this scenario though, unless you're gonna enter very aggressive entries where you have something like this. You know, current candle comes down, the high, whatever the high is, that's your stop loss. Which is, you can do that as well, but that's gonna be very aggressive.
Stops have been huge.
But with the momentum, you should be able to come down to support. If you were to close below here. So wait for that closure below first, obviously. But yeah, if you ran off the 30-minute stops, your stops are gonna 15-minute stops, your stops are gonna be pretty huge. You don't wanna really.
If it closes above there, it wouldn't even make sense though, because we might make support here, or we might even range.
Yeah, if we close above here, I'll wait for some type of confirmation here, a 15-minute kind of closure bullish support here for us to continue going up, and look for buyers going back up to kind of fill the range here. So that 50 fib, whatever you said, could play out, but
Yeah, I got a feeling we're gonna continue up here.
you need to start using some confirmation here.
Don, was it like this in March? This how it was in March?
Yeah, but it was like this. Every day was like this though. Every day in March.
Nah, I couldn't have done it. Skilled traders make money, and the newbies were shark bait.
But yeah, guys, starting 2020, our course website is gonna switch over to we're gonna switch over to a different like platform. Or a different, not Wix.com. It's gonna be something else.
2021.
2021, yeah. I'm gonna try to switch over I'm gonna try to work on it. Cause I do all stuff myself, you know. So I'm taking some time to like switch over, but it's gonna have more of a course feel. Weak trader alert. Who is the weak trader alert? Can you please have a look at this chart? 80. Sure, gotcha, man. Why not? No worries, brother. Take a look here. So you have a resistance rejected when I went forward here. If you're taking a sell here, the forward candle closure. I don't know how the small time frame looks there. That's the issue here. Are these pairs even open right now? Aren't these two sessions closed for these two pairs? I swear it is, man.
What is it, Aussie what?
And NCD.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both closed. Yeah, this is a very you're expecting it to come down to here. It might not come down to this session, maybe like another session, but I'm not sure how the small time looks here, but there is some type of resistance here to say that. You have a counter here closing bearish at resistance, so yeah, it kind of makes sense, but like, it's kind of risky since the time we have right here. Imagine 4 can't correct the whole move. I doubt it, man. I don't know.